talk about Metroidvanias. And yes, I know, Silksong. You want Silksong, I want Silksong, we all want Silksong, but guess what? We need some games to fill the space before Silksong releases and after Silksong releases, which is why I want to talk about some non-Silksong Metroidvanias that are slated to release in 2023. Let's get into it. Biomorph is a self-described Souls-like Metroidvania game. And I'm gonna be frank, when I was originally watching the trailer, I thought, okay, the visuals are fine, the gameplay looks fine, but I'm not seeing what the big hook is. That's when they hit me with the secret sauce. It turns out you can actually steal the form of many of the enemies you fight. I've never seen that before, and I think that's legitimately really clever. If used right, it can open up a lot of unique puzzle and combat opportunities that feel fresh and exciting. If you're like me, then you're probably interested to see if they can deliver on this idea when Biomorph releases sometime in 2023 on all platforms. The Last Faith is a game I've seen build a lot of hype over the last year. It looks like Castlevania with a Bloodborne attitude. Now, I've never played Castlevania before, but this is almost exactly what I imagine when I think about that franchise with modern lenses. I guess I should also mention I've never played Bloodborne before, but I've watched a lot of playthroughs and I'm seeing very similar motifs and design language. So, Castlevania with a Bloodborne attitude from a guy who knows nothing. Put it on the marketing. Nonetheless, this is one of the most epic looking pixel art adventures I have ever seen, so I'm excited to try it for myself later this year when it drops on all platforms. I'm a big fan of a creative and well executed vision, and that is exactly what 9 Years of Shadows is promising. In a weird way, it looks like a classic Metroidvania franchise that has already been around for years. The art style, the enemies, the abilities all do their job to sell me on this experience. Everything just looks so polished and cohesive that I can't look away. There's obvious inspiration for Metroid all over this game, and also apparently an anime called Saint Seiya, which I've never heard of, but I'm excited to learn more about. My only worry is that the environments look a little samey, but if that's the game's worst problem, I won't be mad at that. Let's see how 9 Years of Shadows lands when it releases for PC and Switch on March 27th, 2023. Oh man, The Perfect Pencil is my type of little weirdo game. It's uncanny, it's unsettling, and it's also oddly beautiful. If you stick around the channel long enough, you'll learn I love these more artistic, story-focused adventure games. And bonus points if they're also a little messed up. Inside and Little Nightmares are two of my favorite games of all time, and I would love to be able to add this one to the list. To do it, it requires a perfect blend of gameplay and visual storytelling. That being said, if the trailer is any indication, The Perfect Pencil is on the right track. I can't wait to experience this game in full later this year when it drops on Switch and PC. Really? You didn't think I'd put this game on here? Retro ninjas, futuristic dystopian enemies, sick pixel art, excellent music. Yeah, no, I'm all aboard. The aesthetic is everything here. I'm getting hints of The Messenger, TMNT, Ninja Gaiden, and even Mortal Kombat. I mean, that's really all I have to say. This game looks awesome, and I'm excited to check it out when it releases later this year on Switch and PC. Before we get to the last half of awesome upcoming Metroidvania games, don't forget to like and subscribe while I showcase some other cool upcoming titles. When Blasphemous was originally released, I remember hearing a lot of praise from friends and internet strangers. Well, it seems the success has allowed for a sequel that is supposed to release this year, which is honestly a bit surprising to me because I definitely thought the first one basically just came out. Now, the footage you're watching is not Blasphemous 2. It's actually the final free DLC for Blasphemous 1, Wounds of Aventai. The reason I'm adding it is because the sequel was announced the last 2 seconds of the DLC trailer, and I will say, the art direction of Blasphemous turned me off originally, but the DLC actually looks really fun. If this is any indication of what we'll see with the sequel, I may finally be ready to jump on the hype train. Stay tuned for more Blasphemous 2 release details later this year. Animal Well is a weird little game. and it's being published by fellow YouTuber Donkey through Big Mode Games. Like how I said fellow YouTuber, like we're on the same level or something. I'm just excited to get my hands on this one. There's almost nothing traditional about this game. The visuals are jarring, the gameplay is sporadic and borderline scary, and I love it. I love indie games that break out of the norm and push players out of their comfort zones. The puzzles and platforming seem well thought out and engaging, and I'm just excited to go on this journey as a little blob guy in an animal well. Check it out on PlayStation and PC later this year. Gravity Circuit is an awesome homage to Mega Man, and I'm just happy to see it do its thing. Now yes, the game looks awesome, but the feel will make or break it. We've seen a lot of these Mega Man inspired titles, and I feel fans have been let down more often than not. Luckily, Gravity Circuit has a demo available on Steam right now, so you can see for yourself that it seems like they're currently on the right track. I thought the demo was great. The controls felt really good, and there's quite a bit of refreshing enemy and level design. So, if you're a Mega Man fan, have hope, and stay tuned for when Gravity Circuit drops in Q2 2023 on all platforms. Cookie Cutter is a game I won't allow people to sleep on. I played it last year at PAX West, and it was one of the best feeling, most visually stunning demos I played that entire weekend. All of the visuals are hand-drawn, the combat was really fun, and the world has such an incredible look and feel to it. This is one of those games where not even I was interested in it until I got my hands on it, and now I haven't stopped thinking about it. I hope the full game lives up to the demo I played, and if it does, I hope that people actually give it a fair shake. Check it out later this year on PC. I genuinely cannot believe I was able to get so many little weird games into this video. Airhead might even take the cake. I had never heard about this game before doing research for the video. Nobody is talking about it, and yet now I can't look away. The art style and animation is just mesmerizing, the world is extremely intriguing, and I don't care, I have to play this game. I need to understand what is going on because watching the trailer really only makes me more confused. This game looks like such an odd treat. I'm all about it, and you should be too. So check it out on all platforms when it releases later this year. Man, what a weird game. Well, there you have it. A ton of great Metroidvanias to look out for before and after Silksong releases. But believe it or not, after making my list, I had so many games I could only cover half here in this video. So make sure to subscribe and keep a lookout for another video in the coming weeks on the channel highlighting even more Metroidvanias on the way. In the meantime, check out this video to discover a few more great games that you can play right now.